Row 1 begins with chain 3 and double crochet in the third chain from your hook. Yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. The chain 3 double crochet in the third chain from your hook counts as a foundation oval, and it is this space that makes it an oval, and we'll get to that at the beginning of row 2. But for row 1, we're going to repeat chain 3 and double crochet in the third chain from your hook until you have 18 foundation ovals. There's 3. We're going to continue until we have 18. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 1. You should have 18 foundation ovals. Row 2 begins with turning our work and slip stitching into that space of the foundation oval. Chain 6. The first 3 chains count as a double crochet, the next 3 is a chain 3 space, then we'll double crochet in that space of the foundation oval. So that's the equivalent of a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. In the next foundation oval, we're going to work double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. See? And we're going to repeat double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in each foundation oval all the way across. This is what your work should look like at the end of row 2. Row 3 begins with turning our work, chain 1, and we're going to work in that chain 3 space now and work single crochet, 7 double crochets, and 1 single crochet. And now we have our first petal made. We're going to work single crochet, 7 double crochets, and single crochet in each of these chain 3 spaces across until we have 5 chain 3 spaces left to go. So we're gonna do something different when we get to this chain 3 space here. But for now, we're going to work one single, 7 doubles, and 1 single in each chain 3 space across. Okay, so this is where you have some options now. I'm going to change color at this point so that I can do a couple of leaves along, 3 leaves along here, so that when I spiral my rows, I'll have 3 leaves poking out at the end. But if you want to just do your rows with no leaves, you would just continue doing the petals all the way across and then fastening off. So what I want to do to change color is on that last single crochet in my last petal before the last 5 chain 3 spaces, I'm going to do my single crochet up until the last step and then change color for the last step of that stitch, yarn over and pull through both those loops on my hook. And then I'm going to work single crochet in the next chain 3 space, 4 double crochets, chain 3 picot, chain 3, and you can either single crochet or slip stitch in that 3rd chain from your hook, and 4 more double crochets all in that chain 3 space, and 1 more single crochet as well in that chain 3 space. So our our leaf ends up being single crochet, 4 doubles, chain 3 picot, 4 double crochets, and 1 single crochet. Then in the next chain 3 space, we're going to work a single crochet. Then in the next chain 3 space, we'll work 1 single crochet, 4 double crochets, chain 3 picot, 4 double crochets, single crochet, and now we've completed our second leaf. Single crochet only in the next chain 3 space, and in the last chain 3 space we'll work single crochet, 4 double crochets, chain 3 picot, 4 double crochets, single crochet. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 3. We are done crocheting now. We're going to fasten off both of these yarns, and then I'll show you how to assemble our finished beautiful rows. Okay, so we're going to start at the end where we started our petals, not at the end where we have our leaves. But if you wanted to do this all with petals, then it wouldn't matter which side you started on. So we're going to start here. I like the right side facing to be in the inside, because then the flower opens up like this. So I'm going to leave the right side facing as I start folding. And I want to leave my tail dangling down in the middle, and I'll show you why in a minute. You want to make sure that that tail ends up staying in the middle, because in order to pull the center of the petals tight, we're going to pull on this when we're done before securing it. Okay, and now you can see we're getting there. It's looking almost ready, but we need to keep all of the, so I'm going to pull that first, I'm going to start by pulling that first tail to the center and see how it tightens the center of our flower. But then I want to take my yarn needle and start securing the back side. So now with the back side facing, we can thread our yarn, any of these tails, onto our yarn needle. And you just want to start securing all of these pieces together. And because there's so many layers, it helps to dig into the flower, come in and out, go down and come back up a couple times in a couple directions. And we'll do this again with the other tails as well to get a nice secure finish. If you are worried about this, you could always use hot glue gun, and you would just hot glue as you're spiraling your strip together. And I'm going to check how secure this is after I finish with the first string, or the first tail, just to be sure that I know where I might be compromised, where it's a little looser, where I could focus my attention with the second tail. So let's see. And also keeping it, now I'm safe to pull on that center one again to get the center of the flower tight, now that we're partially secured. And so I'll do that 1 second now. And then I'll take a look here. Looks like we've got a nice balance of angles for all of our petals. And it seems fairly secure, but I will just go back over everything with another long tail. And again, if you want to secure this with some hot glue, that's not a bad idea either. But if you pay attention and are detailed about how you're sewing all these pieces down, you can get a secure finish without glue. Just make sure when you fasten off, make sure you leave long enough tails to do a sufficient job of all of the sewing on the back side. We'll come back to the front. Make sure we like the way everything looks. Yeah, looks great. All right, so once you like the way it looks and it feels secure, then you can weave in these tails on the back side, and then you have your three-dimensional, absolutely gorgeous crochet rose. Make sure you follow the link in the video description to get the free pattern page with written instructions and detailed chart. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.